so glad that you're here because we are prepping and packing for a beach vacation. We leave tomorrow and I'm gonna take you along with us, showing you every step of the way. Before we jump in, subscribe to the channel, welcome to the family, and let's get going. I know, you're like, why do you have so much luggage? Well, great question. It's because we are going on our one vacation a year that is not Disney World, and we're coming prepared. And what I have not included is our 2 golf bags to travel because we are going to Hawaii. So we've done the beach every year. We do it every single year, but we were like, let's try somewhere new. So we're gonna pack and prep for the beach, and we're bringing all this luggage. Yes, we are. It is what it is, but we're not going to forget one single thing. Reason being is, make sure to check out the description box below because I do offer a free packing list. Yes, you're welcome. No strings attached, like literally, it's free. You just put your email in and it pops it back to you. You can use it digitally or you can just print it out. If you use the digital, it has hyperlinks. So if it's underlined, then you can click on it and it brings you to my favorite item. So easy peasy, makes life easier for you. And that is the goal today, to make your packing as easy and organized as possible, because personally, I do know, like, I get super stressed out and we leave in the morning. So we're like on step 1, but I do have my Post-its. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to write a theme on each Post-it of what is gonna go in each single luggage. Let's go ahead and start out with packing our clothes. And yes, I have my packing cubes, which I love. I love packing cubes. What we're gonna do is we're going to color code our family. My husband, myself, and my 4-year-old daughter, Annie. Annie is going to be light purple this trip. I'm going to be light pink this trip, and my husband's going to be blue. What we're going to do is we're going to put as many clothes as we can in what I call roly-polies. These are our roly-poly luggages. That is going to be one, and then Annie had to have a brand new one this trip. We typically have like a Mickey Mouse one, but she's like, it's time to have a new one. So we're gonna color code, but first I'm going to organize and lay out all of our clothes. And I know at the intro you probably saw in the background, I have a rack that I've been putting things on it. We've been doing laundry. If you've not watched the 7-day out countdown of the prepping of this trip, you definitely need to watch that. But we've been gathering everything all week to make our packing portion a lot easier on us. So I'm gonna gather all of our stuff from a rail and put it on the bed in an organized manner. Let's do it. So first, I am going to use my entire bed as like a spreadsheet. So we're gonna go column, and we're gonna use that as the day. So column, column, column for however many days that we're there. And then also we're gonna go this way for a column. So let me move these pillows out of the way because I know that they're gonna be in the way before I knock my picture down. So we're gonna use this way as a spreadsheet for the time of day that we're in. So we're gonna go maybe breakfast, then we're gonna wear our swimwear and our cover-ups, then the evening time for dinner, and then what we're gonna wear to sleep. So it's all going to be all in a column, and then underneath those columns, you can either do it one or 2 ways. You can do one person at a time, or if you're like me, I like to coordinate some trips. I will do like a pocket full of like coordinating for breakfast day 1, then our swim, then our evening wear, so coordinate. But for today's purpose, we're gonna do per person because we're gonna put those away in our luggage that we made Post-its for. So we're gonna go around, put all of our Post-its on our luggage, and then we're gonna do this part. So let's go ahead and organize my 4-year-old Annie's clothes. And I have them all right here. So hopefully I've grabbed enough stuff, but this is going to be her travel day wear. So I'm just gonna kind of leave this off to the side for tomorrow. And then I'll just kind of grab and go for the entire week. done day 2. Now we need to do day 3. The organization is not stopping here. We're not going to put it in our packing cubes just yet because we have to accessorize. So we're gonna grab her shoes, we're gonna grab her hair bows, hats, anything that I have planned to go with these outfits so we do not forget anything. Before we jump in and start dispersing all of the tiny human shoes, there's shoes that I do have to show you. One, because they're literally so stinking cute, and practicality. So I just got these little wedge heels for her. She's 4 years old. She is like, oh my gosh, she loves dressing up. And they're so cute. Oh my gosh, so adorable. She's definitely wearing these. And then we are bringing these, or more so, she's wearing these when we are traveling. I put some socks in her emergency kit. So if she gets cold, then she'll be able to wear these, or if she's a little cold and her toesies are cold, then she can wear her socks with sandals. I know, that's like a cardinal rule, no socks with sandals, but if she needs to use the bathroom, I'm not letting her walk to the bathroom with her socks on. So rather than flip-flops, this was the thought process for tomorrow when we're actually traveling. So let me put all of the shoes and figure out what she's going to wear with each outfit. Also, I got her some new swim shoes just in case. And she can bring some flip-flops with her poolside if she doesn't want to wear her swim shoes. The other thing I like to do when organizing for shoes is whenever this is like this process, everything's laid out, then that means that I don't have to necessarily pack a shoe per outfit. I can be like, oh, like this will also go with that. This will also go with that. That will go with this. So I'm not overly packing, but we can still, like, my daughter loves to dress up, like I've already mentioned. So we do want to create options for her because that's just who she is. But it does keep me from having to pack a ton of shoes. And the last things to lay out for Annie would be her little hats. This is adorable. You cannot say anything else other than, hey, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen for a little girl. That's the rule. That's just stinking cute. Or this hat is so stinking cute. I mean, Tyler was like, gosh, that's huge. But it's a kid's hat and I think it's adorable. So 2 little hats for Annie. We're gonna put these down. We're gonna put everything in our packing cubes. That way we can put them away in our luggage. So all I'm gonna do is just scoop it out. All the morning outfits are right here. And then I've already put all of my bows in one spot. I put my shoes in one spot. Reach. Oh. And those will all go in a separate packing cube. Okay, so now I'm gonna do all my evening time wear. Oops, forgot a bow. Do all my evening time wear for Annie. And I'll put her swim in here as well. And we'll zip all of this up. And then I'm gonna grab another packing cube to put her pajamas in and her underwears. There's that. Obviously this packing cube doesn't need to be ginormous, so I am grabbing one of my smaller ones and putting all that in here. Now, if I was planning on bringing shoes or additional socks, yeah, I would probably put it in here, but not really. Those will go in her like backpack, like I already said, like her emergency kit. This guy up. And then now I'm gonna show you what I do with her shoes. And it's put it in here. So I like to use the top part of luggage for shoes. It's like one giant packing cube to me, and I like it. So this is Annie's luggage, and we will be sharing this with Tyler's and mine as well. Again, back to that color coordination type of thing. We're gonna share it. And voila, Annie is pretty much done. Now I just need to repeat the process with Tyler and mine, and then we should be pretty good to go with just the clothes. Now, the worst part is toiletries. I hate packing toiletries. Okay, girlies, this would be the time and place where you are picking out your specific undergarments. If you need stickies, if you need a strapless, if you need a specific type of undergarment, this is your time to add it to the row. That's gonna be what is a little bit different between you and your kiddos. And then of course, adding your shoes and accessories, jewelry, all the things to pack it up. This is all of my clothes. Will it fit? Yes. And this is why I love packing cubes, because they always fit. When I have limited space, I will make it work. I also travel with a steamer at all times. Bringing Annie's luggage back on scene so I can put mine in here and finish this, and then we'll move to our second carry-on, and or we can put the residual in our check-in. The whole idea of putting our clothes in this for this trip, because I typically don't do this for our like Disney World trips or our shorter trips, is I want the clothes with this. So like if there's an emergency that happens all the way to Hawaii, like there's an accident, we spill something, we do have those options, and or the dreaded, our check-ins get lost. So this is why I'm putting the most important things in here, would be our clothes, underwears, all that. So I'm gonna put some shoes in here. And like I said, we're gonna just kind of fill up our luggage. I love this much. Success. I got it. Now we can move on to check-in bags. Man, hate those. Meet you in the bathroom. So on my prep and pack video, we've been already kind of packing and living out of our toiletry bags. I just simply put these up a few days before our departure day and pretty much live out of them. So the purpose of this is to not forget one thing. So whether you don't wash your hair every single day and you need your dry shampoo, or you need your razor, or you need some sort of facial routine, something like that. So this is gonna prevent you, one, from overpacking. So if you've not used it within the week, well, then you don't need to bring it on your trip. If you have used it, then it's gonna go into the packing cube. So you're not gonna miss, like it's a for sure proof way to make sure that everything that you use that you need makes it to your destination. So this is the packing cube that my husband and I use, and then this is Annie's packing cube. So the same thing, we live out of it. If I need my toothpaste, I'm gonna grab my toothpaste out of it. If I need to detangle Annie's hair, well, it's right here. So this is a really, really easy thing for you to do. Now, the only thing is that I will have to pack my makeup in the morning. I'll have to pack these in the morning and my hot tools in the morning. One thing that I will go ahead and pack is our traveling stool. This is a stool that really, really was amazing for whenever Annie was potty training, but now we just bring it along with us because it just makes her feel a little bit more comfortable. And it's just simply a stool that goes around the toilet and she can get up and down on the toilet. Now, There's toilets of all sizes. It could be low to the ground, it could be high off the ground, whichever, but she does like us to bring her travel portable stool, and it just will lay in the bottom of our travel bag or our check-in. And then I'll just go ahead and show you our packing cube for my hot tools. So I use a Shark hairdryer with the attachments, and I have a very special, amazing packing cube that this all fits in. So I have already washed my hair for the day, dried it. Annie needs a diffuser because she's got curly hair. And so we can go ahead and pack this guy up. In addition, it's so big that I can even put my steamer in there. So I'll pack my steamer in there, my toothbrush charger as well. Like, this thing is really big. And it's got a strap so it doesn't, I'm trying to do this with one hand. It has a strap so it doesn't go all over the place. And then inside, it has its little places for the attachments to fit. Just try it on in there, no big deal. And then, let's see, where's my other attachments? Here we go. This guy, and this guy. And like promised, my portable steamer. Let me just go ahead and undo this so you can see it. So it comes out, clicks, and then you're good to go. So I'll just fold this right back up. And like I said, I always put it in this guy because it is big enough and we can travel with it. And then I'll also put my flat iron in here in the morning before departure. So I'll just sit this right here on this table so I don't forget it, right next to our toiletry bag. I've got my makeup bag right here, and I'll go ahead and bring this in there to put it in the check-in. Now let's get into the fun part of beach preparation, packing, the gadgets, sun protection, the good part that makes me feel like I'm going on a vacation. Let's do it. Along with the stool that we like to bring our travel hamper. Man, this has been with us for maybe like 5 years. This guy will fold out and it keeps our room clean and all the dirty clothes are not all over the place. Yay! So we'll put this in the very bottom, and then whenever I opened this guy up, I still had all of my stroller accessories and some of the stuff from our last trip at Disney World a couple weeks ago. So glow sticks, which you can never go wrong with glow sticks. So it'll be a nice surprise for Annie when we get to Hawaii, and we can just play with them for fun. Another little guy that I always bring are travel hangers, because I'm the person, whenever I arrive to my destination, I like to hang up all of our stuff, organize it, put it away, live there for a moment. So I will be putting our travel hangers in there. Okay, let's get to it. I went and got some pizza because I'm starving. Thank God Tyler went and got us some food. So I have boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes of stuff right here. And we're just gonna speed through it because we have to pack our carry-on, like the things that we actually need. Like, I've got food prepped for us, toys, which some of them are in here. Anywho, this is my new airplane pocket for Annie. Success story. The only problem is the last prep and pack that I had, Amazon no longer had it. So I'm having to keep an eye on it because this is way better than the one that I was using previously, because it's not like a sleeve, it's like a little clip-on. And the reason why we love them is because this guy will come up as a corner, and whenever Annie is playing, well, things won't fall all over the floor. So she can also put her things in it, like the pockets or anything she's just like kind of going back and forth with. I finally found the gum that I was looking for yesterday. I bought some new earrings. Those are cute, need to be packed. I also bought us all new Awala bottles. This one's Annie's, Tyler's, and mine is still in the plastic. The reason why I got the Awala bottles, pardon me, is because I don't like the water bottles that have like the fold up straw, and I don't want to have one that has just a straw, because if it spills, we just don't need that. So these guys will keep us from having water spewed all over us, because whenever you reach cabin pressure, like this doesn't spew water all over. So if it was a straw and I opened it, water goes literally, quite literally everywhere. So you can use this as a straw, or it's like an open top and it just goes whenever you open it and you're good to go. No water spewed. So I got the 40 ounce simply because it's just a long flight and we like to use these when we're at Disney World anyway. So need to pack these. I'm going to put those in our actual bags that we're bringing along with us. So I'll put those in a different pile for us. Well, let's see. Let's just do this. We'll make a pile of things that we need to put in our personal bags, and then we'll make a pile of things that need to go in our check-in. I got a new hat, and big thing, sunscreen. You have to have sunscreen, right? So whenever you go to Hawaii, they have legal rules against what kind of sunscreen you can use, things you might not know. So I got this Florida Glow for Tyler and I. Big skipperoo. This is not organized at all because I'm just literally going through these boxes, so I apologize. So what I'm gonna be doing with Annie to make sure that she's taken care of for 10 hours on the longest flight, not just to get to Atlanta, that's gonna be like an hour and a half flight, I think, is she is in this new thing of Legos. Man, she loves them. So I bought like a bunch of like $10 Legos off of Amazon. Yeah, folks, they're still coming. And you're like, Andrea, have you lost your mind? Those boxes are gonna be miserable to pack. No, I'm going to put them all in Ziploc baggies and then put the instructions in them so they travel better. But this will keep her occupied. It should keep her occupied and or at the resort, something super fun. In addition, what goes with this idea is I bought one of these and it should travel pretty easy. I'm just gonna put it to the side of her bag or my bag. That way she can kind of build with whatever she wants. And then dang it, it's in there. I know it's on top of the kitchen bar, but everything that you see here, if you want to go look, it's in there. But there's like this Lego pouch, travel pouch thing that I bought too, for packing it all back up if she wants to like mix it and build her own stuff. Wet bags, gonna be traveling with these. If there's an accident, we can put that in here. Also, not just if there's an accident, but when we're traveling back home, our flight is a little bit later in the afternoon, so then we can put our wet bags in here or wet bathing suits in here and travel home with them and not get everything disgusting. More sunscreen. This is going to be for Annie. So I got the Blue Lizard. This is going to be, if you're also just has nothing to do with Hawaii either, but if you are one of those people like myself, I do like mineral sunscreen. It just is a sunscreen, protects the skin without the just nasty ingredients in it. So this is a really great option for your kids. And then I also got the spray too. So we've got options. Also, speaking of sunscreen, I'm gonna use this brand as well. This has a little bit higher of a SPF, the 25. I use the Sunless Tanning and I really do love it. So I'm interested in this, but it's mineral and reef safe. And then I don't know about you, but I, boy, sure do hate sand. And here we are going to the beach. So bought this last year when we went to the Dominican Republic, and this guy is, whenever you have sand all over you or your kids have sand all over you, you just use this guy and you just wipe the sand away. So this is coming with us for sure. And then I bought a new packing cube because you know me, I like a good packing cube. And we need one that says beach. This is cute. I don't know what I'm gonna put in it, but I'll find something. Definitely will find something, but that's so cute. Also, we typically don't bring our own beach towels, but we are this time. And Annie prefers this one. I'll just show you the picture instead of just trying to fold it out, but she wanted Ariel. And then while we're laying out by the pool, I've also used these before, but I just needed more because somehow I've lost them, are these towel beach bands. And so whenever you have your towel on your lounge chair, then you can put this around the very top of it, and that way your towel doesn't blow away. Also, it's really easy to find yours as well whenever you're, you know, going back to your chair, what have you. And these glow in the dark. A couple of new things that I have, but just specifically, really, I got them because of our trip that's super, super long, is this guy. And what this guy is going to do, it's going to connect, and it's going to connect to the seat in front of Annie, and it's going to be more so like a lounge for her so that she can pop her feet up if she wants to take a nap. It's going to be a little bit easier for her. And then I bought these for Tyler and I. Now I did go back and forth with like the blow up ones that you have like a manual pump to go with it that blows up, and it's more of like a level seating and you can put your feet up, but that just didn't seem extremely practical to me, and it kind of seems like a hassle also. So I bought these, one for me, one for Tyler, and what they do is it's like a hammock for your feet. So it goes again in front of the seat in front of you, and it kind of props your feet up underneath the seat, so our feet can still be extended, but they're lifted up a little bit. So really neat ideas. I'm really excited to be able to give you all my actual review. I'm packing up our sunscreens, and I was like, oh God, I cannot believe I forgot to go get our skin packing cube. And inside are some amazing things. So first up, this UV patch. Now, what I'll do is I'll put a little patch, primarily typically like on the back of Annie's shoulder, and it's clear. And then whenever it's time to reapply sunscreen, it turns purple. And then so whenever I reapply the sunscreen, it goes back. So this thing is really, really awesome, especially like Annie has strawberry blonde hair, and she also comes along with that fair skin, so she can turn red pretty easily. So I do set the alarms, but this is really, really nice to make sure that she is not going to get burned whenever I use it. In addition, the Solar Buddy, I love this guy. So for the cream that I'm going to be using, this is a little bit easier to just apply, and it will roll around right there, and then this little sponge thing will spread it around, which is really nice, especially with mineral sunscreen. I feel like it's a little bit harder to put on. And then also something that makes life a little bit easier, and I use these as well, are these brushes. So this one is for the body, this one is for the face, and it makes things even for myself, but I really typically use them on Annie. They're super soft to the touch, and it, like, if she wants to use the Solar Buddy, and I can come back and kind of rub it in a little bit if she accidentally missed a spot, etc., without applying additional sunscreen. So I'm gonna plop all of our sunscreens in here so I do not forget them. We're still talking about the beach stuff. So let's talk about my beach bag, because I'm obsessed. And we are a Disney family. We are going to Disney's Aulani in Hawaii. And then we typically go to Disney World every 4 to 6 weeks. So this is my beach tote, which is amazing, and I love it. And I bring it along with us to the pool as well whenever we're at Disney World. And then, oh gosh, this is Annie's little beach bag. And then I always bring one of these cases for our phones for whenever I want to film and I'm not using my nice camera. So I can have my phone with me. It doesn't get damaged. I've got a couple different versions in here. Look at me, I still got like all this attached from our last beach trip. But got those, told you all I still had some of these. And then, let me get this guy, because this is a really cool contraption that I love. So this guy right here, you put it around, oops, the other way. You put it around the pole of like the umbrella, like if you're sitting around the umbrella, and then it has like little hooks for you so you can hang your stuff on it, and it's really, really awesome. We use that in the Dominican Republic. And then also Annie loves Uno, loves playing it. So we have an Uno version, and yes, we do play it in the water, poolside, whatever have you. And it comes off this little clip, and we play real good. And then I have some goggles for Annie. In addition to, what happened to her? Oh, I bring her beach ball and a floaty with her as well. Cannot forget sand toys. Now, this is my travel sand toys. Look at this guy. The reason why I love this guy is because Annie loves to play ice cream shop, and it has all the things in here. Here's a little ice cream cone. You can get the sand and put it on top of the ice cream cone. It has different shapes. It's super, super fun. We always have a good time with this. And I do like that it collapses, like the castle part collapses and makes things a little bit easier. Tyler has joined the chat because he hates how I pack him as he leaves. You just got a blanket and your emergency kit, that's all? Right now, we've moved on pretty quickly to packing up our backpacks and our carry-ons. And I did want to show this contraption because I think it is super, super neat. So this guy will hold medicines, and I've already done one, for example, like right here, it's acetaminophen, and I put the acetaminophen in there. And then it comes with all of these stickers that anything that I'm going to put in here, I'm gonna have a sticker for, so I don't have to bring all of these bottles. It all is just gonna go in here, which I think is super, super cool. I bought 2 of these, one for like the medicines and then the other one for all of our vitamins. It seems to hold a lot. I got it all filled out, and this, now that I've got it done, I'm like, oh dang, like this is even cooler than what I even thought. So I've got like Pepto-Bismol, I've got acetaminophen, extra strength for tension headache. We've got some Tums, melatonin, because it's a long flight. We've got Gas X. We've got some maximum strength for UTI pain, Dramamine, Imodium, like anything for all of the mom anxieties. It will be met. We will figure it out. So I'm gonna pack this in our carry-on. I love this guy. I think we're almost done, but I did want to show you my personal bag. This guy, which is so beautiful. Yes, it's pretty big, but it does fit dimensions of a personal bag. I will be putting like my laptop in here, all of my electronics that I need for YouTube, but also like all of my snacks, anything extra like in that mom life that we just kind of throw in here, it's gonna be in here, and I will roll it on top of our little roly-polies. But I know I mentioned Annie had a airplane pocket, so I must mention mine as well. And like hindsight now, I wish I would have bought a second one for Tyler because they do make life that much easier. But this guy, it has a big pocket, and then you have 3 pockets right here. So, whoops. So it does really, really help being in and out, gathering stuff, putting your phone there, your water bottle, just all the things that you manage when you're on a plane, you're not having to sift through. So if you can not sift through a bunch of stuff and use your airplane pocket, well, it's a much better option. And also, don't forget your identification. So we actually use our passports because Kentucky is or almost a state where you have to have the real ID, and we already had our passports, so why pay for the extra real ID? So we use our passports and we put them in this guy. And then also in here is where I keep my tip money for anybody that helps us, they'll services, chauffeur. But I also always travel with greeting cards. So anybody that is super, super nice, anybody in the service industry that's done a phenomenal job, I give them a greeting card. It has like a nice little message inside with a gift card to Starbucks. Just not saying that I don't tip them, but I just do an extra something just in case that somebody is just really making an impact and making things easier, and they're just doing a really, really great job. I always just like to do a little extra, something a little special. So this will go in my bag, and I'll wear a fanny pack through TSA, but then before I load, because we're at that maximum capacity of our carry-ons and our personal bags, I'll just put my fanny pack in that white bag, and then we'll go from there. But this is just super, super easy, being able to go to check-in. They need my ID, and I just kind of hold on to this in my fanny and we're in and out so I don't lose anything. And while I'm thinking of it too, whenever I check in, it's nice to be able to put I have some old tickets from our check-ins, so I just kind of plop them in there, and I'm really bad at obviously throwing them away. So this is from our last trip, and it's really, really convenient. Looks like we are ready to go. Now, the last thing that I will mention or give you a tip for is make sure that you have your luggage scale as you're going through here. And another really, really great thing for those Post-it notes that we had at the beginning that were like marking our luggage of like what was gonna go inside of them would be putting a Post-it on that luggage the night before you go. So as you're loading in your toiletries, you know, like, okay, this one's 46.5. I have a little bit more weight to be able to put in the luggage. So you're not having to go back and forth, rescale. You just kind of keep the math on the outside. That way we can put our toiletries away, or like any last minute things that we might have forgotten. We can throw it in there because we know that there's some extra weight. And then also I will bring my scale with me to bring back with us. So we're gonna have a little bit of space to go there. That way, because we do plan on bringing stuff back with us. So that is the whole idea of not going all the way to 50 pounds, even though to me, it's a challenge. Like, it's not, you can't exceed 50 pounds. It's how close to 50 pounds can I get? That's typically how I am. So that, I would say, don't forget a luggage scale. That's gonna make you get through a lot faster, not having to bring things in and out, open it up at check-in and rearrange. So we don't want that to happen to you. But I hope that this whole video was super fun to come along with, and that you learned something here and there, some tips, some tricks, and I'm so glad that you are here with us, and I'm hoping that you'll come along with us on all of our Hawaii vlogs. They're coming. We're going to Pearl Harbor, so it's not just like Disney, Aulani, Hawaii vlogs. We're going to Pearl Harbor, we're golfing, we're gonna have some character breakfast, we're gonna, I think, rent a vehicle, go to Waikiki, go down to Honolulu. Like, we want to explore maybe the Dole Plantation, so subscribe to the channel. That's coming. I'm so excited that you're coming along with us, and we will see you next time. Bye.